West Virginia House Bill 2382 would implement a statewide camping ban. The bill is on its first reading and on deck for its second reading. We talked to city officials, bill sponsors, and people against it to learn how this bill, if passed, could impact our state and the Mid-Ohio Valley.
West Virginia legislature is reviewing House Bill 2382, which calls for a statewide camping ban. If passed, it would establish misdemeanor crimes for camping in or storing personal property, including camp facilities and camp paraphernalia, on governmental or public property, and criminal penalties with exceptions. The bill's sponsor, Republican Delegate Scott Heckert, says it would create uniformity across county lines.
The purpose of the bill really is to make a uniformity thing around the state. So one county doesn't have a ban and then the county next over doesn't on camping on public property. It doesn't mean they can't go to a park that is a state park where there's camping. This is basically to keep the communities cleaner and safer.
The bill says first-time violators will be given a written warning and information to find other shelter. A second violation would bring a fine of $200 or less. Penalty for a third violation within 12 months of the first violation is either a fine up to $500 or up to 30 days in jail or both. The bill says each day a violation continues is a separate offense. Republican Delegate Bill Flanagan says he opposes the bill.
The thing I was opposed to was the confinement. I can't imagine, really having to put people eventually in prison while confinement for being homeless, and not expect that to cost us more than if we were to just try to provide housing for them.
Delegate Flanagan wants to offer another solution.
I had 11 sponsors jump on it yesterday, and I submitted it. I just don't have a number for it yet, but it's to develop an institutional program, a hospital basically, large, centralized somewhere in the state, for mental evaluations and help if they need it.
Parkersburg Mayor Tom Joyce says the bill is similar to Parkersburg's camping ban ordinance passed in September of 2023. He says the city's ordinance and the bill alike do not criminalize the homeless, but equip those responsible to help them better.
My goal throughout this whole process was to make our public spaces as safe as we possibly could. I don't think it criminalizes homelessness. I think it gives those of us responsible for keeping our community safe and clean and vibrant another tool to get those folks into a better living situation.
When we talked with Mayor Joyce, he said he has seen several positive changes since the Parkersburg camping ban ordinance.
There were 100 people plus on the trail yesterday. I went down there at lunchtime, walking the trail, riding their bike on the trail, walking their dogs on the trail. Without this piece of legislation locally from 2023, I'm not sure that folks would be enjoying that trail the way that they're enjoying it now.
Don Weary, the Permanent Supportive Housing Stabilization Case Manager for the West Virginia Coalition to End Homelessness, said they counted 205 people from the January 2025 point-in-time count. This number is higher than the 2023 and 2024 point-in-time count, which were 184 and 197. Delegate Heckert says if the bill is passed, not much would change for the city of Parkersburg.
I think it'll work more hand in hand and give the ordinance a little more of a bite, a little more teeth, if you will.
After a couple of changes from the committee process, the bill is on its first reading Friday and is scheduled for its second reading on Monday, March 10th. It is on track to have a third reading and get a full vote on Tuesday, March 11th. Reporting from Parkersburg, this is Megan Marshall.